Oh my God, you guys. I'm so excited to introduce to you Live Lively or Live Lively. I don't know.
Live
Either way,
lively.
Live Lively. And I'm gonna let Mark tell you all about Mark right now. Go for it, baby.
Hello, yes, hello. I am Mark H. Plowman, the founder and waymaker of Live Lively Workshops. I love the cosmetology industry. That's where I am born and bred and meant to be. And now I get to coach the incredible creative professionals in this industry to their next best selves and whatever it is they deserve and desire. I've got too much energy, so I need people to give it away to, like the amazing human in front of me and all the great creative professionals I get to work with and inspire them towards more. Our industry is massive, right? It is one of the
Mm.
biggest industries in the world. We bleed and seep into other industries as well. And there's room for anything that we want to do here. And I decided to say, hey, behind the chair work, loved it, not my creative outlet anymore. Now I
Mm.
want to take all of this creative thinking, all this creative energy, and give it to the amazing creative humans within our industry. So that's what
I
landed me here today.
Oh my goodness, Mark. I love all the things that you just said. Like for real. Like Mark and I were just talking before, and I was just kind of offloading to him about my day this morning. And am a very high energy person, and you're a very high energy. So, how do you, okay, for you, where does all of it come from? Like where does all the energy come from for you?
For the longest time, I said it came naturally. It comes naturally to me. I have
Yeah.
extra energy. I've always
Yeah.
had this.
Yeah.
Today, though, like as I grew up, I like to say that like I really learned how to balance my life better.
Yeah.
I reflect back on it and I think to myself, wow, I had a lot of natural energy, but that was some of it was faking it because I had to be there for these people, these amazing humans in my chair.
Mm.
Today, though, I've rebalanced my life and this energy is actually natural. It comes from a place of just, I know my lane. I know where I'm supposed to be. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And I can't get enough of it. Like, what a
Yes.
beautiful matching in the world. And how fortunate am I
Yes.
and lucky am I to have discovered that and realized that. And now I get to do what I'm supposed to be doing with all of it. This energy is truly never ending. But as many people like to ask, what do you like at home? I am down, done, shut off, and I'm recharging.
Yes,
I can come back.
exactly. Exactly. And I love that too because like so for everybody watching or listening, like this morning I had a very stupid Monday morning. And just to listen to Mark say these things, like it is so true. Like when you know your purpose and you know what you're supposed to be doing, everything just falls into place. And so thank you for sharing that, because yeah, we need to rest and recover. I love that.
My foray into what I'm doing now, I really put emphasis and focus on self-awareness.
Hmm.
Most of the world is not self-aware. There's some really interesting studies that you can read out there. When I took the time to become more self-aware and build that, that's why I can say those things I'm saying now and help
Hmm.
teach amazing creative professionals as well to do
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Because when you take the time, it honestly, and that's all it takes, is taking time and just asking a few questions yourself. When
Mhm.
you do so, you discover, you learn, and you're more in control than ever before.
Yes.
Life as a creative, we go like this. We're here, they're there, we're there. We're doing one thing, we're talking about another thing, and we're thinking about three other things, right? That's life of a creative brain. When I became more self aware, that settled. I felt more in control than ever. And now
Hmm.
I'm actually driving the car in the direction I want to be going.
Love it.
6 years ago, almost 6 years ago, when the pandemic started, I opened my business. I went from being with people, I'm meant to be with people, I love people, to I'm behind my doors and my windows at home and I'm going insane.
Yeah.
Then all this time arrived. I'm like, now what do I do with my time that I've prepared for to open my business with? Go learn. So I went and
Mm.
learned. I grew up. I grew my intelligences. I grew my emotional states, all of the above. And I took control of what it is I wanted to do. And now I'm driving in that direction and it
Mhm.
feels freaking amazing.
I
And
love
now I can
it.
teach others to do it.
Yes. Yes. All right. So what has been probably personal or professional, your biggest struggle?
Ooh, I love this question. And I'll probably say this multiple times. It depends on where I'm at.
Mhm.
Today, my biggest struggle right now is honestly, as a solo entrepreneur, juggling everything. You get
Hmm.
it. You
Yeah.
do it. You get up, you have your schedule. On Monday, you have to do X, Y, and Z. On Tuesday, ABC. juggling all of that can be quite frustrating as an entrepreneur and as a creative thinker. I
Hmm.
just want to do the great fun stuff. That's
Yeah.
my drive.
Yeah.
But I also have to know I have to do the other important things: selling, creating marketing, putting out the marketing, rebalancing all that. That's my most like struggle right now
Hmm.
when it comes to my work. For my
Yeah.
personal struggle, it's honestly just feeling like I hit 40 recently. So
Oh,
there's this like great new like rhythm and energy that I'm trying to implement in my life to just
yeah.
refine and live as long as I can. So it's the struggle of just rebalancing my rhythms and in a good way, right? I feel like sometimes when I say that struggle's good, I sound a little maybe too toxic positive for some people. But I
Mm-hmm.
truly mean it. It's a good
Yeah.
struggle because I know I'm heading in a direction that's going to make me and those people around me better. So
Yeah.
it's a good struggle. It's still struggle. I still feel the same frustrations, emotions that most people do when they're going through struggle. But
Um,
because I'm in control, I'm fine. I'll be okay. I can go to bed
right.
without being awake for 4 hours before I finally pass out.
So, and that is so funny because a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, like Krystine, Mark, you're a coach." Like it's almost like you're not supposed to have moments or like bad days. And it's like, baby, I do. I do have bad days, let me tell you.
And those bad days teach me more so I can go and
Yeah,
teach more. Right?
exactly. Yeah.
Every bad day, again, I know I sound too positive for some people, but that's my lane,
Yeah.
y'all. I love
Yeah.
finding the good in everything. It says that on
Absolutely.
my own personal Instagram profile. Like, I like to find the good in everything because
Hmm.
I could also find the worst in everything.
Yeah.
And I could be the mean coach. I could be the coach that's like, you're doing it wrong. Do it my way. No friends or buts. You're going to fail. Your business sucks. There's enough of that out there. We don't need more.
Yeah.
But then
No.
there's the other great end on a thing of spectrums. There's us, you and I,
Yeah.
taking our good energy, taking our bad days and turning them to opportunities, taking those bad moments of struggle into learning so I can be
Mm,
better prepared and I can share that knowledge later on.
I love it.
That's why we do what we do.
That's right. Exactly. 100%. So, okay. Okay. You are a beauty professional, right? So where did you work? Like where are you now? Like as far as location is concerned, like what were you doing as a hairstylist working in the salon or spa? Like walk us through your life then, and then what was that factor that made you like be a coach?
I love this.
Yeah.
So, as I will repeat multiple times, I'm a creative
Yeah.
over through and through.
Love
I
it.
was a fashion stylist for a while and I loved it. I
Mm.
did national and regional ads. I got to put clothes on beautiful people and be on set with a bunch of creative thinkers and make beautiful images happen. And
Mm.
sometimes just good old corporate images.
Yeah.
It paid the bills.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But through that, I met some incredible hairstylists. The styling, the craft of hair is fascinating to watch
Hmm.
at any level, right? Whether it's just a haircut, a blowout, or a full style on set, from avant-garde to just a good old commercial image.
Mm.
I found them and I'm like, ooh, I'm obsessed with this.
Mm.
I want to know more about that. I'm from the Midwest, Appleton, Wisconsin. So there aren't many stylist positions that pay. So I had to be regional and I loved it. But then life changed and mom's like, hey, honey, come home, move closer. Our family's growing. How am I going to make money being a stylist up here without traveling so much and losing all that money to travel? So
Right.
hair is what I found for my outlet for growth and
Mm.
expression and of course career and making money. I
Yeah.
was so fortunate to be friends with some hairstylists and they helped navigate me through some interesting options. I was an apprentice for almost 2 years.
Hmm.
I left that to go to school proper. Here in
Hmm.
Wisconsin, it was 1,550 hours at the time. So I did
Hmm.
that, got my certificate, passed all of my amazing exams, and then I got to be behind the chair. And I was behind the chair for several years.
Hmm.
And during that time, I took time to listen to my people as a
Yeah.
good cosmetologist behind the chair should, right? It's not
Yeah.
just like where I want us to go, it's where we want to go. That amazing
Hmm.
conversation, the collaboration, the time you spent with this human
Yeah.
every several weeks, whatever the rhythm is with you in your amazing career.
Hmm.
I sat there and I listened to my people and I watched them go off as we had really in-depth, really intimate conversations and come back a little bit better each time. And that just kept sparking me. And I'm like, why am I being so fueled by that motion?
Mm.
Not what this is, the cutting, the coloring, the craft of hair, as
Hmm.
much as I loved it.
Hmm.
I loved what was happening between me and my client and on a personal level and on a human level.
Hmm.
Then, when I really paid more attention to it, I had more conversations, as anyone should when you're interested in something. And it really bloomed into this idea that I can have a conversation with a human and grow them and encourage them,
Hmm.
push them, influence them, impact their lives in such beautiful
Yeah.
ways, and see
Yeah.
them better than when I found them. And then one day I said, I can make this into a program. So I did. And here lives Live Lively. And it's expanded over the past almost 6 years into interesting arenas and really great opportunities. But at the end of the day, I just think if there's a better you, there's a better us. And that's what
Hmm.
my purpose in life is. I don't care if it's behind the chair. I don't care if it's on my coaching or you're one of my nearest and dearest.
Hmm.
My purpose in life is to find you better when I found you. And hopefully I don't have to leave you, but if I do, you're better than when I found you.
You play the role in their journey, and it is the best feeling. So, who is it specifically that you coach? Like, yes, obviously beauty and barber pros, but like, where are they in their journey that you're like, I can help you?
Yeah, I concentrate more on the beginning of whatever's they're trying to start.
Hmm.
So I've worked with people that are just coming out of school and consulting them in ways like,
Hmm.
hey, this is how you interview. I
Ah,
I should preface it with this. I don't do a lot of big contract kind of work. I like to do more kind of a la carte
mm,
sessions, if you
yeah,
will,
yeah.
because I don't want people to need me after a while. I have a rule: 4 sessions max before I say we got to take a break from each other, because I want you to go do what we've collaborated on, what we've discussed, and what I've given to you and helped you understand and grow your knowledge. Go
Hmm.
do it for a while and then come back to me. And let's have a conversation again when you need me. I never want them to be like, I can't go anywhere without Mark. I
Hmm.
can go over the first several steps with Mark, and then it's me for the rest of my journey or until I need him again. Because we as creative humans, we learn in this kind of way. Let's learn something. And as we're learning it, we're going to instantly transform it into my own idea. And that's the direction I'm going to go.
Right.
My entire business is built on square one ideas. They're all the starting spots. And I put the responsibility in your lap and I say, now you go do it. You do something great with this. Make it your own.
Mm.
I mean, to all the amazing creative professionals out there, when we go to these hair shows, we are absorbing so much information, right? Especially those big ones, the big names in the industry we all
Hmm.
save up our money for. We go to the
Hmm.
big city, rent the hotel rooms, hang out with our gal pals and friends, all of the above, and absorb this information. We're taking pictures, we're taking videos. We only retain 50% of that after 1 hour. What? That's insane to me. So
Yeah.
what I do then is I kind of help bring some of that back. I kind of
Yeah.
fill in those gaps again. And it depends
Yeah.
on your timeline. Again, I like to say when you're starting something new, from new salon owners or about to adventure out on their own, from a current salon owners that's like, I've been doing this for so long, but I want to change how my business is and the people within it, to, again, new students coming out of school. I don't know how
Hmm.
to interview. Someone please coach me in this direction, please.
Poor
It's
babies.
it's just a lot of work at those new kids coming out of
Yeah.
school and being a little anxious.
Hmm.
But us millennials, us elders, get to give them a little bit of that information and
Yeah.
confidence to do so. And it really,
Absolutely.
again, like I said earlier, it's just it's it's more session based than it is long term based, because
Yeah.
we have to on our own. We have to go stumble and fumble and figure it out to really learn and grow from it.
That is so true. And I truly wish that more coaches would talk that way and be more real, right? Because sometimes I know for me, when I was being coached before I was certified and all that stuff, I I would say, listen, no, I just need this question answered. Can you help me with that? Like, I'm coming to you, I will pay you, just answer the question. And then they would
Yes.
like lead on. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God, I just
I
needed
love that
this
you can
little
say
bit.
that as someone who's experienced it. Like me
Yeah.
as well. Same thing. I'm like, I don't need an entire quarter of a year booked with a person. I have 1 or 2 questions, and then I just want to go and see what happens.
Right.
And having that experience, I'm like, it works so much better because everyone thinks I need to be this entire package. I need to hire an entire system. I need to adopt all these things. No, you don't. You can
Hmm.
also just say, hey, I need 45 minutes with someone for a bit.
Yeah.
That's outside of my own circle.
Hmm.
That's a different voice of a different arena, just to
Hmm.
hear it differently or hear me differently or say something differently that it finally clicks, right?
Yeah.
Because as humans, we can hear the same bit of information over and over and over again. But it takes that one time from that one person to say it in the right way, in that right moment of your life, for it finally to go, got it.
Yes.
Why would we deny people these opportunities? I'm not going to say they're selfish, but I'm going to kind of say it's selfish when coaches only offer big commitments.
Yeah.
If you offer more of those little ones, some people, it's like when were you ever behind the chair yourself?
I was not.
Okay,
No.
I want to give you a little insight. So, being behind the chair, there are moments where we're like, what can I add on? Because selfishly, I need to make more money or build my ticket.
Hmm.
Maybe there's incentives, whatever it might be. Some of us think, let's go for big numbers. I want color cut style. But we forget about these incredible little add-ons that our guests are really saying without,
Yes.
if we're not listening enough, they're saying it. So it's just really discovering those little nuggets. And those little nuggets lasted longer for whatever reason than the big picture.
It
Oh,
is so
Mark,
true.
I've never felt more luxurious when you added on this. They didn't even talk about the beautiful hair color and cut I just gave them, but that one little add on. Well, let's look at more of those little things, the little nuggets, those little gems we all talk about. I want to offer a 45-minute session sometimes because that's
Hmm.
all you are looking for and need.
Hmm.
Should ever be left behind in our industry. Unfortunately, some will be to their own accord or maybe the coach's accord.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, if I'm supposed to help as many people as I can, I have to give them that option. 45
Right.
minutes, let's go for it, gal. Let's see what happens with it.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Like it's the same thing that when a client comes in and they just want a bang trim. They just want the men's maintenance, just like clean up in the back, just one or two foils in the front. Like it's not a full thing every single time. It's customizing your work, right? That's what we call it.
Yes.
So, what has been your biggest failure, personal or professional?
Biggest failure. Oh my goodness, how vulnerable I must be right now.
Yes, yes, do it.
I think I'm inspired to say it like this. Like in salon cultures here in the Midwest, I can't speak for everybody,
Hmm.
but we get very clicky. We get
Ooh.
very, these are my four walls and my four walls only. I don't want to play
Mm,
well with others. I want to,
mm,
just me and my team, we're going to do amazing things. And I live for that. Like I think there's
yeah,
some work in there. But
yeah, yeah.
my biggest failure was adopting that and really believing that for too long.
Mm,
I let that be, oh, just here. This is where we get to create here. When I stepped away from the salon cultures, which I truly do miss being part of a team like that,
yeah.
realizing with my new purpose in life how detrimental that was for me.
Mm,
Living in that space of just for us first and then everyone else after. My own
mm,
personal values, I don't believe in that. Like I want to put someone else ahead of me and help them before helping myself. Unless
yeah.
I'm on a plane and I know I have to put the oxygen mask on first. But then I'll help. But like
Yeah.
sitting in for that for too long, it really it created this kind of preconceived what's the word I'm looking for? Idea of me
Yeah.
or a reputation, if you will, of like, oh, Mark only plays on his own. When I'm the last person that believes in that. No, please come play with me.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to play with me for too long, that's also okay. But
Yeah.
I'm open and accepting of all humans. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Let's see how we can change, positively disrupt all of the above.
Oh,
That
I
has held
like
me back
that.
for too long.
Positively disrupt. Oh, I love
Yeah,
that. I love that.
please take it. That is my
Uh,
favorite saying, and that's my
I, I love it. Okay, what has been your favorite insult that you've ever gotten? We all have one. It is our driving force. Like, what is that one for you?
great. Ooh, favorite insult. If I had a pair of glasses on right now, I think I would just do this and then just slowly turn away. Because sometimes words have impact, but actions I think can speak a little bit louder. Just tip them a little
Yeah.
bit. Nope. Like Miranda from Devil Wears Prada.
Thank you for saying her. I love her. I tell everybody to watch Devil Wears Prada. It will, if you are in this beauty industry, everything you need to know is in that movie. Perfect.
110%.
Perfect.
I still to this day, it was the first time I ever saw it. And it's when she's first coming in towards the beginning of the movie. And
Hmm.
like Stanley Tucci's like, gird your loins, and everyone's
Yeah.
freaking out. There's this one girl where she turns on her monitor and she checks her teeth. In
Yes.
it, I do that with my phone. I do it with my own computer. Like shortly before you came on, I was like, okay, we're set.
Yeah.
There's not too much oil. I look right.
Yeah. Okay, so your insult was the
The tilt
judgment.
of the glasses, like I'm judging, like that's not it.
Yeah. Ugh, yuck. Okay.
I think that
So
stings, right? We've all been in a position like that in some
yeah.
version where whether it's when we were young in middle
Mhm.
school and no one liked each other, or even as an adult and you walk into a space and you're immediately looked up and down, and you're like, I don't feel insecure, but all of a sudden I just did. Like, what happened?
Yeah, yes. Yes, I feel that. I feel that. Okay, so what is the secret to success?
Uh, I am obsessed that you just asked this question. So I have four P's to success.
Okay,
Four of them.
go. I love
So
it.
there's politeness is one of the P's. You
Mm,
must be polite.
thank you.
Follow-ups are important. You must say please and thank you. When I write emails or I sign off on things, it's always thank you, thank you, thank you, because
Hmm.
I can't express gratitude enough.
It is
Another
true, you guys. If I could show you the DMs, I was like, whoa. Okay, go ahead.
too much energy on this. I once was told with the way I write sometimes, like digitally or even I always write in caps. Someone's like, it seems like you're yelling at me. I said, well, if you really know me, you know I'm not yelling. And if it is yelling, it's out of pure excitement and joy. I'm not going to
Yeah.
scream and shout at you to make you feel
No.
icky. So please
Right.
just feel the good vibes from
No,
it.
I totally did. I totally did. I was like, yes, this is
He's going to
great.
be too much.
So much
So
energy.
politeness.
Okay.
Politeness is first. Patience is another one.
Mhm.
When you are a solo entrepreneur, babes, you have to have patience. You're going to wait for emails. You're going to wait for returns. You're going to wait for phone calls. You're going to sit in the Zoom waiting room, waiting for the person to come in, right? All of that. Have patience because it will come. Preparedness is number 3 of my P's. It is so important to be prepared for what it is you are trying to do. Do not show up half of the way, a quarter of the way, show up all of the way. You are asking others for time and energy, and for you to show up with less than, don't do it. Reschedule it so you can really show up and give it what it deserves.
Mhm.
And then persistence. P, my last P of the 4. Persistence is important. One no doesn't mean the door is shut.
Mm.
It just meant not that time. Circle back around.
Mhm.
And I picked up that last P of persistence from my therapist a while ago. Full transparency, had to go to therapy, wasn't
Love
feeling
it.
super
I
bright.
love it. No shame. Absolutely.
I strongly suggest it for everybody if you can do it.
Yes.
But what she said was like, families like to say things, we tried that, nothing's worked. We tried everything, nothing works. And she said, well, it didn't work that time, but it doesn't mean it's not an option. And I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, totally right. Stay persistent. Stay persistent. Not no for that time, yes another time. And if you
Mhm.
truly think that's an outlet that you should be heading down, keep going. Stay persistent and get there. Those are my 4 P's for success right now.
That's
They will
perfect.
change over time as the evolution of myself and my business do as well. But for
Mhm.
today, I've been leaning on them and they've gotten me places, which I
Yeah.
really am so appreciative of.
See, it works, you guys. It actually works. So, with that, where do you see the beauty and barber industry in the next 5 years? Like when they follow those 4 Ps, or if they don't follow those 4 Ps?
Yeah. I think on the surface, it's easy to say, let's look back at what we've seen in history of how
Hmm.
people have done or have not done that.
Yeah.
But I think with the advent of the tools we have today, especially with technology and AI coming into our lives, in
Mm,
an industry where I think if you haven't heard it, it's people are like, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. AI is not going to bother us.
hmm.
In fact, AI is going to bother
It's
us. We might
already
be able to do the
happening.
physical craft, but it's going to happen, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I think when people practice those 4 Ps, they will ride that wave towards success and get further along like we've never seen before.
Hmm.
I think people that don't follow those 4 Ps in this I would say every industry is going to be affected by technology
Yeah.
and AI. If they don't follow those 4 Ps, they're going to have a much harder time. And I equate it to like, I love my grandparents, but they are those generations that are naysayers at first. I didn't need a smartphone. Now who's got a smartphone and a Facebook and posts pictures of me all the time?
So funny.
They
Yeah.
don't love it at first, but eventually they come around, right? So I
Yeah.
think we can extrapolate what we've seen in the past, really put it into this where we're about to hit the gas on something fast. Like all industries are about to change in the next several
Hmm.
years. And
Hmm.
in some would say tumultuous ways, and I would agree. I don't think we're all prepared enough. But if you adopt, whether it's my 4 Ps or what other values you believe in when it comes to
Hmm.
building your business, you ride those and you know they're for betterment, you're going to get there. If you choose to just kind of say, like, let's see what happens to me and I'll react when it happens, you're going to be left behind very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with this. You either get on the train or you don't. Either way, the train is moving, you guys.
Let me
So
ask you this question.
talk to me.
When we say things like that, like I sometimes feel a little icky, like you're just going to be left behind when I have to kind of say like a hard fact. What
Yeah.
is one of your favorite ways to deliver something that has like, you kind of have to be like, there's a definite almost, right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, if you don't do, you won't get. How do
Right.
you love to deliver that kind of information? Because I think it's safe to say we would put some positive energy behind something to get people going and push them
Hmm.
along.
Hmm.
But we're all on a spectrum of something.
Yeah.
Sometimes we got to be firm. How do you deliver
Yeah.
firm?
For me, so one of my favorite sayings is I will hold your hand, but I will kick your ass at the same time.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, because like even like as coaches, like people they hire us and we are so grateful and we love them and we love what we do and we love the industry. But if you're hiring me and then you don't really take into account what it is that I'm teaching based off of my experience, based off of my credentials, then you're wasting your own time, right? And so I that's how I kind of always present myself. Like you either check this out or you don't. Either way, it's completely up to you. But you did hire me for a certain goal here. So I am going to hold your hand. I'm going to give you that tough love that you are wanting. But like, we're going to work through it because it's always something that it's a soul thing, right? Like, we all have fears.
Hmm.
So even though we hire somebody to help us through our fears, we're still deathly afraid. And it might take several rounds of coaching to overcome that one fear, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So
And it takes a
that's
great
how I
coach to
approach
kind
it.
of, sometimes we have to be that hard push,
Yeah.
right? Like that firm push.
Yes.
As I like to say when I'm coaching people, when it's me speaking in a more staccato kind of way,
Yeah.
I'm saying, I'm going to be in pushing mode right now because I
Yeah.
need you to get going forward in this direction.
Yes.
I am here to support you. You have nothing to worry about. There's nothing that's going to break, but we are going forward and we're going to get this done. I'm
Yeah.
in push mode right now. And I use
Yes.
that in my own personal life as well with my partner. Sometimes we got to push each other, right? Like that's what
Right.
we open that relationship to of I trust you, now push me. And
Yes.
that's how I like to say it because
Yeah.
when we are this fun, when we are this kind of energy, there's almost this like this kind of forgetfulness with our clients if you've experienced this where they're like,
Mhm.
oh yes, I get time one-on-one with my coach,
Yeah.
and then halfway through they're just like, I hate this session. Why am I so angry with this person who's positive? What's happening? Oh, because I'm not in the same mode that they expect. I'm not
Right.
that bubbly fun unicorns and butterflies. I'm that, hey,
Right.
today we are changing it up. I need
Exactly.
results from you. I
Right.
have this on my website. It's still very green. It's a newer website, but
Mhm.
on there, I'm going to say bravely, put on there, I don't do returns on purpose
Yeah.
because I can only take you so far. And if you are
Hmm.
truly not going to do it, it's not my fault. And I say that not in a way of like, that's not my responsibility. No,
Right.
it is still my responsibility, but I'm also communicating and setting a precedent of I titled myself a way maker. I will find
Oh,
us a way. There's a way out there and we're going to do
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But it takes both of us, or what if it's an entire team, to
Hmm.
be doing it.
Hmm.
I got a lot of kickback and a lot of bad messages saying like, no returns. I would never hire you as a coach. That's fine. You don't have to hire me as a coach. I'm not meant for you then. But I'm also knowing and understanding and hearing and seeing things that you're not saying of, I can't trust anybody. It's like the client in the chair that says, no one can do my hair. I only had one
Oh,
stylist that could do my hair.
yeah.
Okay, child. Like, I can do hair. I'm a licensed professional.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm hearing something else that needs to be taken care of first. And that's
Yes.
that fear that you're
Yep.
recognizing, the fear
Yep.
that you're saying. We have to get over that. And sometimes I'm gonna hurdle push you. We're gonna get there. We're gonna
That
get
is
there.
so funny. I tell my staff in the salon and spa, I'm like, listen, it is my job to push you out of your comfort zone. I am fully expecting you to hate me at some certain point of our time together. And I'm fully prepared. It's totally fine. I am doing my job though. So just get ready for those moments. And they always are like, oh, stop, Krystine. And then it's like a week later, they're like, oh my God, I hate you so much. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I know, but you're gonna love your paycheck. So, and
Yep.
they're and they're
Yep.
and they're like, Ugh.
Be like, you can hate me when you're on vacation because
Yes,
you earned it.
exactly. Exactly. Okay, so what do you tell all the newbies? Like, what's their trait or their strength that they absolutely need to make it in this business?
I was asked this question recently on another episode of a podcast, and
Oh, shoot.
I love this question though. And as I told them as well, this will change over time. But today, I
Uh,
tell people when you are starting something new, slow down.
yeah.
Don't hit it at a million miles per hour. Like it's that fable of the tortoise and the hare, right?
Mm-hmm.
I only use that as just like a visual or an understanding point of you can zoom through things and you're going to leave so much behind, so much learning, experience, connection, etc. Or you can take your time through things and really take the time to build so that foundation you have rock solid.
Mm-hmm.
full of more experiences than you could have ever imagined. You're going to see opportunities left, right, and center in front of you when you take your time as a new stylist or a young professional. Take your time because there's so many opportunities at our fingertips to become one of the most intelligent people in that room overnight. Don't zoom past those things. Take your time. Make sure the next step you take, as I referenced earlier, when we talk about interviewing for a creative space to work in, do not say yes right away.
Mm-hmm.
Because in our world, in my area right now, there's a high, like, we need to bring people into our salon spaces. We're hiring like crazy. Every salon's hiring kind of feel.
Mm-hmm.
You have, as a new professional, all the options in front of you. Don't
Mm-hmm.
jump into it because of what someone told you. You have to make money right away. It's nice to make money, but you are building a career. I was listening to this great podcast recently, Diary of a CEO, and they told the person in there told the observers, the listeners, at the beginning of your career, be in the room with the people that will help you get to where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be in the room where there's money right now. And I'm like, that's so crazy. Like, we just spent
Oh,
thousands of dollars on school. Why wouldn't I want to be focused on money? And
yeah.
especially our parents and generations before us, work
Yeah.
hard, make money, work hard, make money. But things have evolved.
Mm-hmm.
So slow down, look at the opportunities in front of you, assess each one, make sure it really truly aligns with you and fulfills you, because you're going to do that for a while. In that rhythm, there are going to be hard days because you're
Yeah.
learning, you're growing, you're doing, and you're
Yeah.
stumbling and fumbling. Be in the space that when you do have to stumble, fumble, learn, and grow and do, you still enjoy it. Don't make a brash, fast decision because it looks sexy, cool, most popular, #1 reviewed salon in the area. Make sure it aligns with you, and you will
Right.
be so much further along in your career than anyone else around you.
Yeah, exactly. Amen. Oh, okay. So, what is one lesson that you specifically have learned being in this industry that you wish that the rest of the world who is not in this business would just get through their minds?
Magnificent questions, Krystine. Oh my goodness. That is a big one.
It is a
You
big
know,
one.
I go to, like, recently I was part of a chamber event in my area, and I got to
Okay.
speak to 20 different industries in front of me.
Oh, it's so
And I
cool.
said, it's so important to cross industry to learn and grow. When you're just in your lane, you only know what's there. And
Mm-hmm.
as things continue to be disrupted, I'll mention the scary scaries in the room, AI,
Mm-hmm.
we might have to think a little creatively and differently.
Yeah.
So if I'm looking at other people, I say, adopt a curious mindset. Here in us, in our creative land, we're constantly curious. We're constantly thinking of other options.
Yeah.
Whether it's, I have to be creative on a shoot, I forgot my tools or a kit. How am I going to make this work? I can get creative. I can ask questions. I can go do.
Mm-hmm.
Industries, get as curious as possible right now
Yeah.
so you can thrive in this period of our lives. Gather, as I like to call it, gather the information, gather the knowledge, gather the experiences. Go get curious to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Any industry can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Ours, though, we are the power players of curiosity in the creative industries.
Yeah.
You can learn so much from the way we see the world, the way we think about the world, and the way we design the world.
Hmm. Yes, absolutely. I agree with that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what is it that you have going on right now for people to get in contact with you, get involved, sign up for your coaching? Like, I am so pumped. So I know that the listeners and watchers are probably like, oh my God, how do I, what do you have? What programs do you have right now for people?
Excellent. So the core of my business, my square one, is self-awareness building. I
Mhm.
love to build self-awareness. And we do that through an excellent, we can do it group size or just one-on-one kind of Zoom like this,
Mhm.
which is really, really nice.
Mhm.
I also am really, really loving the development of leaders right now in our industry as well. So if you are a manager and owner or a wannabe manager owner, we can hook up together online and can really develop that plan and that pathway for you.
Mhm.
I also do creative consulting, like we mentioned earlier. We can
Yeah.
do creative consulting on whatever it is you want. I was a fashion stylist, art director, and a cosmetologist. So I have a pretty well-rounded experience and idea of how photo shoots and creations of that stuff should be done. So I'd love to give
Yeah.
you that information. I also, when I first started my baby little business, I was in cosmetology schools because as much as I loved being in cosmetology school and learning and being with just like a mix of humans
Yeah.
in this industry, there were some potholes that
Mhm.
needed some filling in. And
Yeah.
some of my core programs fill them in, which, so I want to help students become more self aware.
Mhm.
I want them to understand how to build their marketing, their business side of their their career.
Hmm.
And I also want to talk about creative captures. Like on my website, there's a whole section for that. And what creative capture is to me is teaching you how to take your pictures from behind the chair. And it's a simple
Beautiful.
formula, but we all know, and you've
Hmm.
heard it many times. And
Hmm.
people that are stylists that are listening to this every week, oh, I forgot to take it before. Oh, I forgot to take it after. Most of that's just because you don't have a structure to work with.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking, like, I got to prepare it all now. At the end of the service, when you're running behind, I just did the most beautiful 4-hour makeover on this head of hair, and I forgot all of it. Because there wasn't something prepared for you, right?
Yeah.
And I want to make sure it's simple. 4 steps. This is how we take the picture. Here's how we're going to use them. And this is where we're going to store them. That's all
Hmm.
it is. So just giving my experience and my knowledge that I've acquired through the years of being behind the chair and beyond, and all the
Hmm.
great education I did afterwards, it really is. I like to just call it a la carte.
Hmm.
Hey, Mark, I have this problem. Okay, I have a way for you. Let's figure it out. Like in my leadership program, there is a work with you or come together.
Hmm.
Not all of my programs match what you need. Maybe a
Right.
small parcel, or in this one and this one, I'll
Hmm.
work with you and we'll create something that is bespoke to your needs and
Yeah.
your industry.
Love it.
I've gone beyond cosmetology. I've worked with hospitality, service, orthodontists. I don't belong there, but I was
What?
there. Like,
What?
right? Because I
No.
focus on the human.
Yes, exactly. And I can tell you from personal experience, there are lots of doctors who need an amazing creative mind. So good for you, baby. Mm.
Thanks. And that I think we get anybody. It's not just our own industry. We get a little bit. I've created something new, and I'm confident in it, but in my arena only.
Yeah.
Right? Like we're cosmetology folks. I'll speak to you. I'll hang out with you. I can cut it with you because I feel comfortable there.
Hmm.
Leaving it though is where I'm like, does this work? Will it work? Can it work? Because
Yeah.
of my styling beforehand and what I was doing as a fashion stylist, I was also a personal shopper. So I got to work with those doctors and dentists that were like,
Oh,
dude, my wife had a baby. She doesn't know how to dress herself anymore. Can you help her? Give me your credit card. Let's go.
I
Let's
love
make it
it.
happen. So like I'm so excited that I got to take advantage of those experiences. So
Yeah.
when I was called from my industry to another, I'm like,
Hmm.
for a second, I was like, oh really? To then let's do it. Let's see what happens. And it's been
Yeah.
an incredible spread. I'm grateful and proud of what I've developed and has been spreading out in the world.
I love that. All right. So, what is one question that you wish I would have asked that I did not, and how would you have answered?
Ooh, excellent question. Hmm. What's one question you did not ask? What was your first coaching one-on-one like?
Oh my God. Okay.
And I
Okay.
think it's for people like us that are coaches and those that are listening that are trying to build or come into it, it's going to be the worst thing in the world, but the best thing in the world. You can, one of my P's was prepared. I prepared. I had all my docs. I had everything ready to go. I was like, this is how it should flow. I even wrote down my minutes, broke it down. I'm like, this is what I need to do. But there's a thing you will never prepare for: the other human or humans.
Yeah.
They're going to come in with their own ideas, their own energy, and their own directions. And when you are too prepared to a fault almost, you're like, I can't do that. That's not how that should go. But I'm going to go with it and see what happens and just keep plugging it in. And I'm going to stumble, fumble, and fail. And I did miserably, but in a
Hmm.
good way. Of course, again, maybe I'm
Hmm.
too positive, but
Hmm.
the person on the other end was like, this was really fulfilling. I'm really energized. I'm really
Oh,
inspired. And we can't wait to go. But as you know, you built it, you created it. You're like, that should not have done like that. But that first time is the worst time. But it really isn't the worst. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
right.
someone's still left happy. But
Yeah.
it is that those first several even, I think, are
Yeah.
important to highlight because people are gonna be like, I did it all, I'm prepared, it's gonna be perfect. No, babes, it's not. And then you're gonna also do it multiple times after that. Whoop, that did not go as planned. Or oops, technology didn't work. Or these things come into play. At the end of the day, the more flexible and like in the coach position, the
Hmm.
more the preparedness helps you pivot and deliver it in a new
Yeah.
way with that same confidence that was built and the trust that is established. They're going to
Hmm.
be fine with it. But you're going to reflect you after it and you're going to be like, oh gosh, I was sweating so hard. I have to change my shirt because I sweated right through it. But it was still a pretty dang good coaching session.
I love that you're sharing the behind the scenes with that because that's exactly what happens to you behind the chair when it comes to this client or color correction or even like for the estheticians listening for like a really cystic acne or something like trust yourself, like trust your
Mhm.
skills. Yeah, I love
Isn't it
that.
like part of our industry is that you hit something really important right there. It is something that we all have recognized and experienced, but we don't talk about enough.
Yeah.
We know it. We are the professional. They came to us for a reason. Why all of a sudden do I think I don't know what to do? Oh, it's because of how they spoke to us.
Hmm.
Without that self-awareness and confidence,
Yeah.
that's what makes us go like, okay, they're in control all of a sudden. You
Yeah.
lead the way. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
let's just switch out. You stand behind me and you consult on me.
Yeah.
When I was behind the chair, I prided myself. The owners and the other team members of mine were like, oh, that's a difficult client. Give it to Mark. Give them to Mark. He'll take care of them. And I did. And I really, truly, I loved that challenge. You
Hmm.
learn so much. Thank you
Hmm.
for giving me the opportunity to flex and learn and put all of my intelligence to work.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, though, you are drained. You are also all of a sudden, all those creepy crawlies of those insecurities came up later on
Hmm.
after it was said and done. And then
Hmm.
you're like, oh gosh, now I have to see them again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, when we take care of the humans and say, hey, you are the professional, let's grow that confidence and build a foundation where you do not fault on that thought. You are the driver of that experience and you can take it wherever you want. I don't care if that person comes in and says, listen, only one person can do my hair. They died and no one's been able to do it again since. I'm going to be that person for you because I understand it's not the hair you're talking about.
Hmm.
It's you as yourself as a human.
Oh,
It's what
yeah.
you need. And I'm here to help take care of that. And that's what I
Yeah.
was great at naturally.
I
And that's
love
why
that.
Live Lively exists, not just for
Hmm.
the clients, but for my amazing hairstylist friends.
Yeah.
I wish I could find the video. I should actually ask for it and post it on my social media. There was one day where I knew I was done behind the chair.
Oh,
And not in like a, oh my, like it was devastating because this is what I chose for my career. That's what was going. But at the same time, Live Lively was stewing on the side. But a gal pal of mine, one of my nearest and dearest, she got this video of me where I'm literally in the mirror at the end of the day and I'm like, boom. I'm like, Mark, you look drained. You look defeated. Like, how are you going to maintain that for decades in this
yeah.
career? I
Yeah.
saw it. We laughed about it. We laugh about it today. But in that
Yeah.
moment, I recognized like, that is my line. I've got to change course. And
Wow.
not everyone gets that opportunity or has the mindset to do so. I got it. I have it. Now I get to teach it and give it away because
Yeah.
there are so many amazing creative professionals out there, whether you're starting or 30 plus years in. Sometimes you need someone to help you realize it's time to pivot. And there is an
Hmm.
option. It's not just behind the chair work. Yes, that's a great place to start in this industry. But you can become podcast hosts. You become a chemist. You can become on stage work, whatever your heart desires. We are a multi-billion-dollar industry with
Thank you.
millions and millions of facets for us to all
Yes.
belong and land in. We just need people like us to help guide them in that direction.
Exactly. There is so you make it yours. Like you make your own opportunities. Like there's the possibilities are endless.
You know
Oh my
the
God.
author, oh my goodness, I just escaped my head. He wrote like One Fish, Two Fish, Blue Fish.
Yeah.
What is his?
Yes. I know who you're talking about. I don't know the name of it.
I feel so silly. I can't remember. But the quote that I love is, you can do anything.
Yeah.
And I was recently having, as I hit 40, having really, really big discussions. 40 is a good milestone.
40
I
is
think
great.
I think us coming up, we're changing it from gravestones to color and glitter because it's not halfway to death.
You're
Hopefully not.
fine.
But I've been having some really strong discussions, and that quote keeps coming up. You can do anything. I
Yeah.
can do anything. My
Yeah.
morals and values are going to guide me in really great ways.
Hmm.
I will get many no's, but I can still do what I'm trying to do. That's
Hmm.
incredible to think, that
Yeah.
mindset. You can do anything. You can do anything you want.
Yeah.
There's there's so much power, it's almost unbelievable, right?
Yes.
That like someone's telling me I can do anything. You can just go do it. Go find the tools, go find the people. You can get what you want. Look at
Uh-huh.
all the people before you. They did in their own versions.
Yeah.
What's yours? Let's find that. And then let's create the energy by just continuing to remind you you have everything you need.
Hmm.
Go do what you want.
Exactly.
Don't hurt or harm people in the process.
Yeah, right. Okay, so what's your website? What's your Instagram? How do we're gonna put it in the show notes, but just so the listeners they can get it in their minds. How do they contact
So it's all live_lively_workshop.
you? Okay.
Live Lively was taken by some other people, so lucky them for being first.
What
Bummer for
else?
me. Not gonna put all these underscores and sound like I'm talking for too long on that, but it's fine. And my website, I have linked in my Instagram bio, and we'll put it in the notes or whatever you
Mhm.
guys
Yeah.
prefer. It's through payhip.com. But there's like all those others, like / live
Sure,
LL
sure,
workshops.
sure. Yeah, we'll
I
put
don't
the
even
link.
remember it. I'm never going to remember it.
We'll definitely put it in the links in the show notes for
Yes.
sure.
But
You
it's
guys,
all Live Lively Workshop. If you look that up, you'll find me. It's all white with yellow graphics and marketing.
it
You
is
know you landed in the right place.
fabulous. You guys, it is fabulous. You're gonna love it. Thank you so much for coming on the Beauty Pro podcast. I absolutely know that the listeners and the watchers of this episode, they so much value.
Thank you.
So much value. Okay, you guys, that is a wrap for this episode. I will talk to you soon.